Good morning. I'm Ann Ball. I'm a program director at MDF. As the director of Heart of Biddeford, HOB, since 2011, one of Maine's 10 nationally designated Main Streets, Delilah Poupore has proven herself to be an exceptional leader whose many accomplishments have contributed to the well-being, visibility, and success of not just her organization, but the community and the state of Maine. Delilah is an innovator who embraces new opportunities with enthusiasm and an eye towards progress and inclusivity. She has quietly and thoughtfully helped lead Biddeford and the Heart of Biddeford to places they never knew they could go by empowering them to celebrate and honor their past while welcoming the new. Great leaders lead from behind, and Delilah is a role model for every Main Street director and for me personally. And I'm honored to present her with the 2020 William F. King Jr. Downtown Champion Award. Biddeford was the first community in Maine and the first Main Street organization nationally to participate in the Orton Family Foundation's Community Heart and Soul process in 2011. HOB and Biddeford continue to be viewed as a national model for how a community can bring together a diverse range of viewpoints to make meaningful decisions. HOB continually works on the challenges of a changing demographic, and Delilah is admired for her ability to be inclusive and engage varied audiences and partners in difficult conversations. Last year, HOB invited True Story Theater from Massachusetts to the community to have a community dialogue. Actors listened to and then played back stories from the audiences featuring two vital stakeholder groups, newcomers and longtime residents. This experience helped members of seemingly disparate groups learn about each other's personal histories, fears, struggles, perceptions, and values. It enabled them to see what they have in common when it comes to what's important about their community. Delilah also has a strong historic preservation ethic. She seized the opportunity to apply to be part of the National Trust for Historic Preservation's Partners in Preservation Vote Your Main Street program, and she rallied the entire Biddeford community to win $150,000 for the city to help preserve the iconic Biddeford City Hall clock tower. Don't just take my word for it. Here's Biddeford's Mayor, Alan Cassavant, with more on why Delilah is so richly deserving of this award.
I think we got tagged for a long time for being an old, dying mill town. And even though the mills closed many years ago, we still had that label. As Biddeford began to move forward, even though City Hall was part of the dynamic too, in terms of luring people to come to Biddeford, there was always the thought, well, let's get Delilah involved, because she is such a people person. It was just natural to make sure that she was part of anything that we did in order to attract someone new to come here. She came here and simply fell in love with Biddeford and its people. There's good people, hardworking people in Biddeford, and she identifies with them, and she works to help them. For example, one of the premier small businesses in the downtown is Elements, a coffee shop. The city of Biddeford allocated the funds to lure such a business to Biddeford, but Delilah was the one that orchestrated the competition and put together the nuts and bolts of how to somehow come up with a program that would make people want to try to invest in the community. Delilah is the velvet hammer of economic development in Biddeford, especially in the downtown. We're having all this development and redevelopment in Biddeford, and if you look at Biddeford City Hall and look up, it's like, oh my God, because the clock tower has been so dilapidated for so long. Well, Delilah got involved in soliciting a grant to fix the clock. And this is a great example of her persistence. The other thing that's triggered immense pride in Biddeford is flowers in the downtown. You know, there were people who argued, oh man, it's a waste of money, blah, blah, blah. But Delilah was part of that. The city manager was part of it. You know, let's invest in that. Let's rebuild the sidewalks and put cobblestone. Oh my God. transformed everything much more quickly than I ever imagined. In fact, what was always funny to me is sometimes on Facebook and social media, you'd have a name of someone from Biddeford. They would always put down, where do you live? In the Portland area. Now it's in Biddeford. People brag about living in Biddeford.
Savings is proud to be deeply invested in the local community and the businesses and civic organizations which serve our city. That's one of the reasons that we're also proud to sponsor this year's William F. King Jr. Downtown Champion Award, which this year recognizes Delilah Poupore and all the efforts that she's made for our city. Delilah's enthusiasm for and commitment to the city of Biddeford have made a positive impact on our community, and that's just one of the many reasons that we couldn't think of a more deserving person for this award this year. Congratulations, Delilah.
Good morning. Thank you so much. I can't believe all those nice things. Thank you so much. When I started this job in 2011, I talked to Roxanne Eflin and asked her, what's the difference between the Main Street program and gentrification? Because I really wanted to be part of restoring the heart of Biddeford and not being involved in displacing anybody, the people or the businesses who built Biddeford. And over these 10 years, I've had an opportunity to work with incredible people on our board and staff, the city, the businesses, committees, and residents. And I think that we've been uniting to create something more sustainable, something stronger and more sustainable here. And I find in this job that I can't really separate my work from the climate crisis, institutional racism, or the pandemic. And I think we can either contribute to those or we can unite to make things better for everyone. And last weekend, I was writing a song that basically touched on that. And I asked them Wednesday if I could sing it. And the MDF folks said, thank you, that I could. So thanks for this chance. I have no doubt we're on the same side. I refuse to believe we are divided. I will not let MSNBC convince me Fox viewers are not just like me. You're somebody's brother, someone's nephew or niece, and I am your sister, and you're just like me. We both want to know that we'll have enough. We both have a frightened place inside us. We both think we're only gonna be okay if we hang with the people who see things our way. I used to know you back when we were in school. Sometimes you got bullied, sometimes you acted cruel, and I played the game. I was good, got ahead, so we got divided. What could have happened instead? We both want to know that we'll have enough. We both have a frightened place inside us. We both think we're only gonna be okay if we hang with the people who see things our way. If I'm not to blame for your uncertainty, and you are not the cause of my despair, I wonder who would gain by having us divided. Maybe we could ask some billionaires. So we share this planet, the cold and the heat. Whatever happens to you happens to me too. And the battle's not won on a day in November. We'll finally win if we can remember we all have a frightened place inside us. We all stand a chance to be okay if we quit the game they're trying to make us play. If we quit the game they're trying to make us play. Thank you. And following Chanel's advice to do some radical listening, I hope everybody goes out and finds somebody that they think they don't agree with and have a good listen. Thank you.